There are people who prefer solitude and hide from the entire world, choosing a life far from civilization. Such homes are often located in the most remote corners of the planet. In mountains, forests, on lake shores, or in deserts. There are no noisy neighbors or urban problems here, only silence, nature, and complete isolation from external worries. These houses are true sanctuaries, created for those who want to be in harmony with themselves and nature, far from society and hustle. Let's take a look at such unusual, remote, and secluded homes where people find their peace. Wow, a real house on a waterfall. Falling Water, designed by the brilliant Frank Lloyd Wright for the Kaufman family, is located in the mountains of southwestern Pennsylvania. The uniqueness of this building lies in the fact that it is built directly over a waterfall, creating the illusion that the house itself releases the water. This site attracted the attention of the American Institute of Architects, which recognized it as the greatest work of American architecture. Today, Falling Water is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, confirming its timeless value and incredible harmony with nature. If you've ever wondered what it would be like to live inside a UFO, then the Chemosphere House in Los Angeles might be the perfect alternative for you. Built in 1960, this unique octagonal house stands on a single concrete column, seemingly floating above the Hollywood Hills. The house's unusual design immediately attracted attention and became a tourist attraction. Chemosphere was designed to make the most of the limited space on a steep slope. Unfortunately, California's seismic activity is always a threat. And although the house was designed with earthquakes in mind, living in such a structure is no walk in the park. The house is also exposed to strong winds and rains, which constantly test its stability. How about the idea of having a cup of tea in a house that literally hangs in the air? Takasugiyan in Japan is a tea house built on 2 tree trunks, and access is via a ladder. This unique structure, created by architect Terunobu Fujimori, looks as if it defies the laws of physics and common sense. Inside, you'll find a cozy and minimalist space, perfect for traditional tea ceremonies. Getting there is no easy task. You need to be physically fit and not afraid of heights, since even a small mistake could lead to disaster. Nevertheless, those who dare to embark on this unforgettable adventure will be able to fully enjoy a tea ceremony with a view of the endless horizon. When you hear about a house that stands right in the middle of a river on a rock, your first thought is, that must be something incredible. Such a house really exists on the Drina River in Serbia and became famous thanks to a National Geographic cover in 2012, shot by Irene Becker. This wooden masterpiece was built in 1968 by a group of young men who, tired of everyday life, decided to build the perfect sunbathing spot on a rock in the river. Despite regular floods that nearly destroyed the house, it still stands, thanks to the bravery of local residents. Now, this house is a symbol not only of resilience, but also of unexpected popularity. It may look like a fairy tale house, but it's a real dwelling suspended between trees in a dense forest. Free spirit spheres are spherical houses suspended by ropes high above the ground between 3 massive trunks. The construction uses both wood and strong fiberglass. One of the spheres is made entirely of it. There are 3 such spheres in total, each blending into the surrounding environment without disturbing the forest's harmony. You can enter via spiral staircases or short hanging bridges. Inside, panoramic windows and adjustable lighting create a feeling of seclusion and peace. The project's creators aimed not just to impress with the shape, but to show how one can live in harmony with nature without giving up comfort. Like an observation post hanging above the cliffs, this house rises about 36 meters above the ground. It's called the Pole House, and it's considered one of the most recognizable buildings in Australia. The house stands on a single massive concrete pillar, and a narrow bridge connects it to the mainland. Inside, just one bedroom and one bathroom, but people come not for the amenities, but for the experience. The focus is on the views. From here, you get unobstructed panoramas of the ocean and coastal landscapes. A night here costs over $400, and despite the modest interior, bookings never stop. A house built right on hardened volcanic ash sounds like the beginning of a disaster movie. But in Hawaii, it's reality. Phoenix House stands on the Big Island in one of the most active volcanic regions on the planet. Its main task is to withstand nature's pressure, especially lava flows that can appear at any moment. The nearest volcano, Kilauea, is one of the most active in the world, and its threatening presence is constantly felt. During eruptions, hot lava not only destroys everything in its path, but can also cut off all escape routes. Still, there are those who are drawn to this place, willing to take the risk for the incredible landscapes and the thrill of living on the edge of disaster. Castile Creek Retreat is a true secluded futuristic palace made real. This massive house is hidden in the forests of Colorado and surrounded by nearly 810,000 hectares of protected national territory. The main building is impressive, over 3,300 square meters. There are two additional guest houses, 465 and 280 square meters. The property covers about 100 hectares, with no roads or neighbors to be heard. All this is up for sale for $78 million, and the buyer will get not just a house, but a true opportunity to disappear off the grid in magical silence. At the summit of Three Fingers Mountain in Washington State, USA, stands one of the most extreme and oldest fire lookout points in the region. Built in 1930, it's a wooden cabin measuring 4.3 by 4.3 meters, perched directly on the southern cliff of the mountain range. To level the platform, workers blasted away over 4.5 meters of the peak, and materials were delivered first by pack animals, then by a cable system. You can reach the structure only by ladders and ropes. Today, the place is maintained by volunteers, and you can even climb up and spend the night, if you're not scared off by the height and absolute isolation. At first glance, it may seem this house was designed just now with a heavy dose of futurism. In fact, it's over 30 years old, and everything you see inside was handcrafted over a span of 14 years. The house's area is about 465 square meters, and it's located in the middle of the desert, spread out over a plot of almost 4 hectares. Every interior element was custom-made. Even now, looking at this architecture, it's hard to believe the project is 3 decades old. This combination of scale, craftsmanship, and thoughtful design makes this desert house truly unique and unmatched. No, this is not a mirage. This mirrored giant really exists right in the middle of the desert near Joshua Tree National Park in California. Built on a 36-hectare plot, the invisible house resembles a 22-story skyscraper laid horizontally, blending into the landscape thanks to its mirrored facade. Its area exceeds 500 square meters, making it one of the most sought-after rental properties in the state. Inside, there are 3 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, a guest house, and 30-meter heated pool. Panoramic windows and sliding glass doors make the boundary between the interior and the desert almost invisible. In the evening, the space transforms thanks to neon lighting and a fire pit with a view of the starry sky. One man dreamed of working with Zaha Hadid, and instead of a business partnership, he received a personal architectural masterpiece from her. Vladislav Doronin commissioned the star architect to design a home unlike any other, and that's exactly what he got. a futuristic residence hovering above the trees in Barvika. The building, with a total area of about 2,600 square meters, includes a vast living room. The upper part of the house rises above the forest and resembles a spaceship due to its characteristic slanted shapes and glazing. This is the only private home ever built by Zaha Hadid in her career, and it has become a hallmark of ultra-modern, private architecture. The project is valued at $140 million, and today, the house is known simply as Zaha Hadid's residence. If you're tired of excessive noise and want to hide from the whole world, this place will definitely appeal to you. The Holy Trinity Monastery in Meteora, Greece, is perched atop a massive rock and has been functioning since 1362. You can reach it only on foot, climbing 140 steep steps carved directly into the rock. This effort is rewarded with a fantastic panoramic view that fully justifies the climb. Inside, a small church, a chapel, and frescoes dating back to 1682. Nearby is the Women's Monastery of St. Stephen, and the complex has become so iconic that it even appeared in the James Bond film, For Your Eyes Only. If you dream of a quiet hideaway with a view of nature, this cabin is definitely worth your attention. The UHU cabin is situated 10 meters above ground and offers a unique combination of minimalism and nature. Built on stilts, it combines wood and metal, and you can reach it via a spiral staircase and bridge. The project is the result of people who decided to turn inherited land into an eco-tourism spot. Inside, a compact area with a kitchen, dining, and bathroom space, as well as a shower with an incredible view. In the small area with a cozy bed and a bar counter, you can find the perfect balance between comfort and nature, enjoying solitude among the trees. This secluded corner in the heart of California attracts not only with its architecture, but also with its fantastic opportunities for stargazing. Along the foundation of the old homeowner, two modern folly cabins with metal cladding create an extraordinary atmosphere, perfectly fitting into the desert landscape. The spacious cabin accommodates 6 people, and its upper floor with a bed under a transparent ceiling is ideal for nighttime observation. The outdoor wooden terrace features a soaking tub, grill, and fire pit, offering even more ways to relax under the starry sky. These mirrored cabins atop a mountain in Tennessee offer a unique opportunity to become one with the surrounding world. The mirrored glass walls create the illusion of merging with nature while guaranteeing full privacy as no one can see you from outside. These cabins are ideal for those seeking solitude amidst natural beauty and wanting to forget all their worries. Built on massive rocks near waterfalls, they provide incredible views that help you unwind and relax. Behind this project is significant work, as these mirrored structures are very difficult to secure in such hard-to-reach places, making them even more breathtaking. Ocean Restaurant, located in Zanzibar, offers a unique refuge for those seeking peace away from noise and crowds. This restaurant, built on a lonely rock in the Indian Ocean, allows you to enjoy privacy and seclusion. During high tide, the rock turns into a mini island, reachable by boat or even by swimming. At low tide, the restaurant is accessible on foot, but many guests prefer to enjoy fine seafood while sitting on the terrace overlooking the turquoise waters. The menu features fresh seafood, and a wide selection of cocktails and wines is available. This restaurant is perfect for those who value solitude and prefer calm, refined service over social interaction. This unusual house is nothing other than a former Boeing 727 passenger plane, transformed into a unique living space. The fuselage, including the cockpit, provides about 99 square meters of living area, complete with its own entrance. Why an airplane? These aerial giants can withstand winds of up to 925 kilometers per hour, are highly fire-resistant and resilient to earthquakes and storms, making them ideal for living. Everything inside is easy to maintain thanks to pressurized sealed chambers, and complete privacy is ensured. The owner even plans to purchase another Boeing to create a similar residence in Japan, a great way to give old planes a second life. Architects Hans Merman and Ulla Alberts created a house that literally blends into the forest. On the island of Gotland in the Baltic Sea, they built Juniper House, hidden in plain sight thanks to its unusual cladding. It's wrapped in a vinyl facade that mimics the appearance of the surrounding trees, making the building nearly disappear into the greenery. This project was made possible by unique conditions set by local authorities. No modern architecture must disrupt the natural harmony. Inside, the house offers true Scandinavian coziness, with wooden walls and stone interiors, while large windows and sliding doors open up stunning views of the forest, ensuring a connection with nature. Architect Philip Widener created a true tower of houses 65 meters tall, offering a breathtaking view of up to 480 kilometers. Initially, he planned to build a standard 12 by 12 meter cabin, but eventually, a unique multi-level structure emerged. At the very top of the tower, Widener wants to create a station for writing poetry, and he plans to install a transparent dome around it so that guests can observe the northern lights in winter. The project, which he calls his poem to the sky, continues to attract global attention for its originality and uniqueness. Inspired by the picturesque green hills of southern Poland, architects created a unique house that perfectly blends into the natural landscape. The main goal of the project was to maximize the view of the surrounding expanse, which led to the concept of a single-story home with a stained glass facade. Considering the house's location on a hill, safety became an important concern, which was solved by designing a structure that hovers above the ground. The special design allows water and dirt to flow freely underneath the building without causing any damage. The exterior of the house resembles an abstract vessel, and a special mechanism with a drawbridge and sliding walls allows the windows and terrace to be completely hidden. At night, the illuminated base of the house emphasizes its floating effect, and wandering animals around create an atmosphere that explains why the house was named the Ark. A house that could be mistaken for a real spaceship stands on a hill in Santa Clarita and grabs attention at first glance. Unlike typical suburban homes, its fully steel body is supported by 4 pillars, and the curved shape harmoniously merges with nature, offering a breathtaking view of a recreational lake. Robert Bruno, the designer and creator of the structure, claimed that his goal was to create not just a house, but a work of art that would be not only visually appealing, but also unlike anything else. Despite its whimsical shape, this house does not serve as a living space, at least not for people. At present, it remains empty, serving only as a giant sculpture in the architectural landscape. On a small rocky island in the Dumpling Group near Jamestown stands one of the most unusual houses on Earth, Clingstone Mansion. This 930 square meter mansion was built back in 1905 and got its name due to its location on a rock. The house has 3 floors and 23 rooms and is often called the House on the Rock by locals. It was originally built by Lovering Wharton, the son of a famous industrialist who chose the island of Jamestown for its quietness, in contrast to the busier Newport. In 1961, architect Henry Wood bought the house and gradually restored it, turning it into a true architectural masterpiece. Today, his family continues to spend summers there, but if you have an extra $8,000, you too can rent this unique house for a week. This unique house, built in 2015 in the scenic Conga Valley on New Zealand's South Island, was designed for a couple working in the film industry and became their ideal retreat from the noise of Los Angeles. Inspired by local traditions, the owners chose to build their home from recycled materials, including rusty galvanized iron sheets, giving the structure not only an unusual look, but also helping it blend seamlessly into the surrounding nature. Additionally, the house reflects their love of rural life. They grow vegetables, raise livestock, and even produce their own meat at home. Heliotrope Home, built by German architect Rolf Disch, became the first house in the world to generate more energy than it consumes. This is made possible by an innovative system of solar panels that rotate on their axis to maximize solar energy intake. The house is equipped with a geothermal heat exchanger, a gray water system, and even solar thermal railings. Every solution here is aimed at energy conservation. As a result, the house can generate 6 times more energy than it consumes, placing it at the forefront of sustainable housing. Heliotrope Home has already received many awards, including the European Solar Prize in 2002 and Germany's Sustainability Award in 2008. This unusual house, known as the Flintstone house, really does resemble the fictional home from the Flintstones cartoon, and not just in appearance. Located in the small town of Hillsborough, near San Francisco, it has become a true landmark over the years. Although not all neighbors are fond of its eccentric look. In the garden, you can even find figures of Fred Flintstone and the dinosaur Dino, adding even more absurdity to the structure. Despite disputes with neighbors and legal issues regarding copyright on some decorative elements, the house still continues to delight fans with its unique appearance. In Norway, there is a house that looks like a real stone monument, built directly into the rocks. This unique building is located in the remote area of Valldal, and its design breaks all traditional ideas of what a home should look like. Using the simplest materials, such as grass, concrete, and steel, the architects created something extraordinary that blends with nature, while also serving as an example of innovative design. There is no typical road access to the house, making it even more secluded and hard to reach. Inside, you'll find something truly unusual. Walls that resemble wood, but are actually made from recycled sawdust and plastic. "75 meters above the ground, in the heart of China, hangs a monastery that has amazed people with its uniqueness for centuries. This is not just a historical monument, but one of the most astounding structures in the world. The monastery is anchored to a cliff using ancient beams inserted into specially carved holes in the rock. Thanks to its height, it remained safe from floods and consistently attracted those seeking silence for meditation. Inside the monastery are 40 halls, including 6 main ones, all connected by a labyrinth of passageways. It is believed that construction began with a single monk in 491, and since then, it has retained its significance as the only temple combining 3 traditional Chinese philosophies. Raised above the ground, the long studio looks as if it is floating. This modern structure primarily uses local materials, such as untreated pine for the exterior and whitewashed spruce for the interior. The house is divided into 3 parts: an entrance terrace, a courtyard, and the studio itself, which serves as the living space. Its design was inspired by the homes of local fishermen. Long Studio is self-sufficient, thanks to solar panels and a wastewater treatment system. Is planned to be replicated in other parts of Canada. This unique home is not just an abandoned aircraft, it is a restored Boeing 727 converted into a hotel. What makes it particularly remarkable is that the plane once survived a crash landing directly in the jungle. And if you think that's not enough, next to the airplane is a restaurant made from the cockpit of another plane, an impressive experience for aviation enthusiasts and those seeking something truly unusual for their vacation. This underground dwelling, hidden in a secluded Greek cove, has no distinct shape, but rather consists of a series of interconnected subterranean rooms that perfectly follow the contours of the cliff. The architects chose to embed it into the slope to create a shelter protected from strong winds, making it ideal for such a location. The unique design of this house minimizes the visibility of human interference while offering perfect protection from the elements, just like the natural cove itself. Once here, you feel as though you're in a hidden corner with a stunning view of the sea. This house is not only unusual, but also meticulously thought out in every detail, creating harmony with nature. On the small island of Vallisaari, near Helsinki, lies the unique wooden cabin Nolla, which is a true embodiment of minimalism and sustainable design. Designed by Robin Falk, it is named after the Finnish word for zero, reflecting its zero emissions concept. This mobile cabin is made from local pine and plywood and offers guests the chance to enjoy a vacation with minimal environmental impact. Its size is comparable to a small bedroom, and its solar-paneled roof provides electricity for the essentials. There is no bathroom inside, and all hygiene needs are met in a separate facility. Nolla is not just a home, it's a chance to disconnect from technology, as there is no Wi-Fi, and the experience is focused on deep interaction with the natural world. The house on this cliff in the middle of the ocean looks like a true refuge from the entire world. Beautiful, isolated, and slightly eerie. It seems incredible that someone managed to build a house on this lonely rocky peak, where every step is on the edge of the ocean.